Good morning, and what is going on, all of you beautiful nerds from around the world, and welcome to the morning stream here on the Den of Nerds Live, the very best way to start your nerdy day. On today's show, we're talking some Thor, Love and Thunder. Love and Thunder's in the air. Yesterday, Taika Waititi did Instagram Live, talking a lot about different things with regards to Thor 4, Love and Thunder. You might have seen some of this stuff, but what you might not know is a lot of the stuff that he said, when you take into consideration other leaks and rumors, actually reveals quite a bit. So we're going to go into the theater. We're going to break down all of the key things that Taika Waititi went over yesterday and contextualize them with all the leaks and different things that we know about. We're obviously going to save some time for Q&A as well. How's everybody doing? I see a bunch of beautiful people in here, man. What's going on? Jareth, Loveberry, Marvel Maniac, Adio, Grey Dawn, Brandon White, RG, Trinity's in the building. Flashbush Zombie, James Heaton, Hector, Stormbreaker, Lucas, salute your shorts. Hector's here. What's going on, everybody? Good morning to you. Have your grandma's funeral in a bit. Man, my condolences. That is just such a sad situation, Hector. Sending you well wishes, my man. That's just absolutely rough, brother. Absolutely rough. We're thinking of you, man. We're thinking of you. Beta or we burn this to the ground. Yeah, I got you. Oh, man. How's everybody doing, man? Friday. You made it through another week of your quarantine. Well, I guess the work week of your quarantine. You know what I mean? But how's everybody doing, man? I want to know how you guys are doing. Definitely want to know how you guys are doing. And do you have any cool plans for this weekend? I know that today is the release of the Final Fantasy VII Remake. And I know a lot of people are very excited about that. So that is very, very cool. Also, a couple of show notes, things that I want to get out of the way before we get into the theater and we talk about what's going on with Love and Thunder. A couple of things going on. We're very close with the website. Actually, technically, the website is up. There's just a few things that I'm tweaking to get it all figured out. Stormbreaker has dropped a ton of articles. Well, I think 4 at this point, right, Stormbreaker? So yesterday, I went into there, and I'm looking through how to set up the different articles, how to take people's articles and kind of alter them a little bit just to have it a little more click-worthy, you know what I mean? With Stormbreaker and myself, there's a little bit of a language barrier as well because I don't think he's a native English speaker, so we tweaked a little bit of that. So that is very cool. Very excited about that. Please, if you are wanting to submit articles, email me, thedenofnerds@gmail.com. Email me, and we can start setting you up with how to do your articles. The categories that we have up on the website right now, I believe, are movies and television, gaming, comics, and manga and anime. And we're looking for all kinds of different articles, op-eds, breaking things down, news, previews, all sorts of cool stuff. Anything that you would want to read about or that you want to write about, let us know, man. Hit us up on the website. We'll get you guys involved and start getting the website up and running. That's going to be very, very cool. Also, and I apologize, we just got to get through some show notes stuff, okay? Also, when it comes to Facebook, did some looking into stuff, some research today. What we are going to do is instead of sharing the link to the Facebook page and then getting that to share out, what we're going to do instead is actually put the actual video of the live show up on the Facebook. There's this weird thing where Facebook doesn't like links for YouTube. YouTube doesn't like Facebook. But if we re-upload the video onto Facebook natively, it will play on Facebook. It'll look much better on Facebook. It won't get throttled. And also, you can then share that video into different Facebook groups, and people can watch the content. And I will make sure now when the live shows, if people want to watch the show live, I'll tell them where it's airing live. So we can start to try to get people like that via Facebook. It's not going to work with the link. We're going to start actually uploading our videos to the Facebook page, so look for that coming very soon. And I'll be more active on the Discord next week as far as coordinating, trying to get people to help us out on Facebook as far as getting the word out there for the streams, okay? So that's number one. Number two, I'm going to need your guys' help because we have a couple community. Geez, Chet, this music is pretty intense. I know they can't hear it a lot. It's low for them. It's very loud in my ears. Can we just thank you? Okay, so we have a community stream going on tomorrow at noon, and then we have another community stream Monday, probably at 8. Okay, so what I need is topics for these streams. We need topics for these streams. So what should we do for a community stream tomorrow at noon? And what should we do for a community stream going on at Monday? I'm opening that up to you guys, okay? So I'd like to really post today about tomorrow's stream to give people enough time to sort of think of some different ideas and things like that, okay? And then I'd like to post tomorrow and talk about tomorrow what the topic is going to be for Monday, okay? So I actually really like the schedule that we have going on right now with the community streams. First week each month, it's on Saturday. The rest of the weeks during the month, it is on Monday. I actually really like that schedule, so we're going to continue to do that. We will also have a Patreon stream tomorrow as well, and I'm really liking the Saturday streams on Patreon as far as brainstorming, going over stuff. We'll talk website and trivia again tomorrow, just refining the ideas, keeping everybody involved over on Patreon. So that's a lot of stuff that we have going on. I apologize if you're watching this on the replay and you're like, dude, I don't give a shit about all this stuff. Well, good, it's over. Okay? Just needed to update the people that do care. Jeez, it's a Friday. You know, we're all just trying to have a good time, trying to figure out what's going on in the community. So get off my back. But yeah, if you have some ideas for what you think we should do in the community streams, let me know. And also, you can email me, send us something on social media, and we will figure it out. What time for Patreon? Likely right after the stream. It'll probably end up being like 1:30 or 2 o'clock. Because we'll stream for an hour at least in the community stream. Then I'll probably take like 15 minutes just to chill out. And then we'll go live on Patreon. So probably around that time. But I appreciate you asking about that. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff coming, man. Like this is going to be a very fun month for us as far as getting stuff handled and figured out there. I want to take the Facebook to the next level. I want to take all the social media to the next level. The website's going to be up and roaring with a ton of fun content. We're going to be posting the morning streams on there as well. So a lot of fun stuff, and we're also working on this trivia contest. So a lot of good stuff going on with the Den of Nerds, baby. Yeah, man, Trinity, we'd love to have you, man. The community streams are great. Oh, also, another thing that's going on. I'm just gonna throw this out because I see the Lonely Banter in here. I see Trinity in here. Here's what I want to start doing. I would really like with Fanjecture, with the Lonely Banter, with Second Street. I would really like to start having you guys come on to the morning streams, probably at least once a week. If you can, I think that would be really, really cool. I started to think about just the community and sort of the group of content creators that we want to sort of mesh with a little bit more. And I was like, dude, why not work with these guys that are already, a part of the community? And so I'm going to be reaching out to you guys today, but I would really love to have you guys join me, if you can, on a morning stream each week. I think Trinity would be great in the Wednesday slot because it's, obviously New Comic Book Day. Sort of been talking about that. Lonely Banter, I don't know what day would be good for you. Tuesdays, usually Ryan can join me, executive producer Ryan H. Not to say that one of you couldn't join me then, but it would just be really cool to start having you guys as reoccurring contributors or guests on the morning stream with me. I think that would be really, really fun. So that's something I'd really like to get going on for next week. Yeah, it's going to be cool, man. Be wicked to listen to you bunch of nerds talk a bunch of nerdy shit. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I think that'll be really cool. So, guys, let's just get right into it, man. You know what I mean? Enough time's been a waste in here. Or bringing you up to speed on everything. Let's pile into the theater. Everybody come into the theater. We got to go through a bunch of really cool stuff with regards to Thor 4. So come on in. Come on into the Den of Nerds Theater. Trickle in. Grab your popcorn. Cell phones away. Stop pushing at the front. No pushing. Jeez, guys, come on. Be a little bit mature. I know we're all locked up inside. Everybody's getting crazy, but we got to be more respectful to each other. You know what I mean? Okay, chat, cut the music just because I want just to chat about this. So, many of you probably already know this. Yesterday, Taika Waititi did an Instagram Live. Now, I believe this was in the same vein, or is going to be in the same vein, of what Brandon Davis has been doing with sort of watch parties. James Gunn sort of just live tweeted as they were watching it or whatever. Taika, being Taika, sort of took it to the next level. He did an Instagram Live, and at first he's like cooking a duck or something. And then he never makes it around to watching the movie, and then instead just does an Instagram live stream, which is both hilarious and also probably super disruptive for like Brandon and them trying to do the live stream. You know what I mean? And everybody's watching the movie, but then everybody's distracted by Taika's stream. Whatever. It's neither here nor there. So Taika actually dropped a good bit of crazy information, and what I find is really cool about this is a lot of these mainstream actors and whatnot, they're not in the dirty YouTube Reddit leak sphere. They don't know all the crazy things that we know, which is good. Because if they did, they probably wouldn't talk about a lot of the stuff that they talk about. I'm going to talk to you about a lot of things that Taika talked about yesterday, but then we're going to contextualize it with a lot of the things we know from leaks, or we believe we know from leaks, rumors, etc. Because it's really spicy. So first up, let's look at this art here, okay? This is concept art from Thor 4 Love and Thunder. This is New Asgard, and I think the idea here is that New Asgard is sort of thriving, okay? Sort of thriving as a community, right? It's much like the Den of Nerds community, thriving, if you will. But yeah, I mean, this is really, really cool. You can see like some boats going on here. Now, you can extrapolate a whole bunch of information about this. I think the most interesting thing about this, as far as the context and sort of what we think we know outside of what's official, is that New Asgard thriving really kind of gives me some vibes that we are headed towards some kind of reign or siege scenario. If you recall from Marvel Comics, New Asgard in the Marvel Comics did play a big role in Siege, and it's a big Dark Avengers kind of thing that happens on down the line, and I think they could potentially be setting something like that up. Which, yeah, not too much to talk about there, but it is very cool. It looks beautiful, and I'm glad to see that the New Asgard is going to be thriving. Okay, so next up, we got a couple really, really interesting images here. This right here, my first thought when I saw this was that this could actually be Lila, who is the otter that we've been talking about that might be in, well, we definitely think it's going to be in Thor 4 as sort of a love interest of Rocket Raccoon. But it turns out that this is Meek. This is the character of Meek. And Meek is getting some kind of an advanced technology here that is sort of an upgrade of the other form that we've already seen. Meek already had like mechanical aspects to his body, mechanical arms, and I believe mechanical legs that were very, very primitive. Well, this looks to be a highly advanced version of that. Looks a little bit like Stark Tech to me. Maybe Stark helped him out with this a little bit. Well, Stark obviously didn't help him out because he's dead. But maybe somebody from Stark Tech helped out here, or maybe this is Wakandan or whatever. But another piece to this puzzle that's also really interesting, look at this right here. Taika revealed yesterday that Meek is female. Meek is actually a female and reproduces asexually and is rocking this dress. And so Meek in a dress in Thor 4 Love and Thunder sounds really crazy. Sounds about Taika Waititi to me. You know what I mean? Sounds pretty Taika as far as I'm concerned. This feels like par for the course, man. Stark isn't dead. Taika showed that script. Yeah, so if you don't know, Taika did sort of do this gag that was this accidental reveal of a script for Thor 4 in which Thor meets Tony Stark, who comes back to life. It's very, very funny, very Taika. But yeah, look, why not? At this point, why not? Getting more of Meek in general, why not? You know what I mean? And this dress, cool. Next up, I want to talk about Silver Surfer, okay? Now, Taika, it was really interesting the different things that he was willing to talk about, the different things he was willing to comment about. One of the things he said with regards to Silver Surfer was he definitely confirmed that Silver Surfer will not appear in Love and Thunder. Now, is this kind of a bummer? Yeah, it's kind of a bummer, but it's really interesting because what that means, more or less, is that Silver Surfer is going to be in something else. Right? For Taika to say, yeah, I like Silver Surfer, so unfortunately Silver Surfer is not going to be in the film. That means he knows that Silver Surfer is going to be in something else, not in Love and Thunder. Right? Because otherwise he'd probably answer differently, like he did with Beta Ray Bill, which we will get into. Okay? But remember, guys, I want to say it was like the middle to late last year, where a lot of the rumors came out suggesting that what Marvel wants to do with their next villain to get to a Thanos level threat is to have a villain that'll be cosmic and then a villain that will be earthbound. There was also a lot of rumors that we will be seeing Galactus in the MCU moving forward. And so I think when you really think about those sort of things, I think Galactus will actually play a role in a coming movie, and Silver Surfer could potentially play a role in that movie. It's also possible that Silver Surfer and Galactus are being saved for the Fantastic Four. Because it just kind of makes sense. There's a lot of run-ins with Galactus in the Fantastic Four. Those two very much connected. Famously, the cloud monster Galactus was in a Fantastic Four movie over by Fox. Horrible. Everybody hated it. But I just find it interesting that Taika is willing to talk about how there is no Silver Surfer in his film, which, again, leads me to believe that Silver Surfer is being planned and Silver Surfer and Galactus will show up somewhere in the MCU, potentially as that big cosmic space-level threat. The space version of Thanos could potentially be Galactus, which would be really interesting. Now, when it comes to Beta Ray Bill, he actually said that he loves Beta Ray Bill, but he can't confirm whether or not Beta Ray Bill is in the movie. To me, that means Beta Ray Bill's in the movie. Like, the way he answered it is sort of telling. He's talking about how he likes Beta Ray Bill. He wants Beta Ray Bill to be in the movie, but he can't confirm it. That just kind of makes me think, yeah, Beta Ray Bill's probably going to be in the film. You see, it's very different than the way he answered the question about the Silver Surfer, right? So, as far as I'm concerned, smart money is on Beta Ray Bill indeed being in Thor Love and Thunder. I don't know how, I don't know where it will show up, but I do think that that's probably what that means. Now, next up, we got this hulky picture of Thor here. Hunky, I guess, whatever the adjective. He's ripped. That's what I'm trying to say. And people asked about Fat Thor, being in Love and Thunder, and Taika said, basically, we've already seen that. He wants to do something new and different. And so I believe we will be going back to muscular Thor in Thor Love and Thunder, which makes a lot of sense. You know what I mean? It would be the Fat Thor in Endgame was a shock, was a surprise. It was an interesting turn. It worked for the movie. It worked in the context of the universe. But at the same time, it only really works well as a plot device in one film. You know what I mean? We're kind of over it. So I agree, and I totally see where he's coming from. And I think we will be getting muscular Thor in Love and Thunder. Now, next up, here's one. Space sharks. Space sharks. Taika said that this movie, Love and Thunder, is going to be insane. 10 times more crazy than Ragnarok. It will make Ragnarok look like a safe film, is what he said. He also said that it was like 10-year-olds gave him a bunch of crazy ideas for what to put in the film, and he took them all and put them into the movie. And he teases space sharks being in the film. Now, while Taika would not talk about who Christian Bale is going to play in the film, the Space Sharks bit actually makes it more probable than ever that it is going to be Gore the God Butcher. I think at this point we're all like, yeah, it's probably going to be Gore the God Butcher. They're doing a version of Gore the God Butcher. But the Space Sharks play a role in the Jason Aaron comic book run in which Thor is hunting down or trying to defeat Gore the God Butcher. What another really interesting fact is about the space sharks is that they actually come from X-Men comics, and they tie into the Brood. The Brood and the space sharks have a connection in the X-Men comics. And what's interesting about the Brood is there's a lot of rumors coming out about the Brood that, for instance, the version of Secret Invasion that we might get in the MCU will actually involve the Brood and not the Skrull or the Kree. That the Brood are going to have some kind of alien tech or something going on where they can take over the males of a species and sort of mind control the males of the species. The big rumor was that this was going to lead us into a version of A-Force, which would happen in Captain Marvel 2. And so there's a lot of kind of like rumors and leaks that are working in tandem to create this picture where we think there might be a Disney Plus show that introduces this concept of the new Secret Invasion, which might involve the Brood, and that might lead into the Captain Marvel 2 film, in which you will see a version of A-Force. And the reason A-Force is needed is because this Brood parasite mind control thing won't work on females. So all the males are being taken over, and the females are not. And so you might get a scenario like that. I just found it interesting. Space sharks, leading us to believe that Gore could potentially be the villain. Also has ties to the Brood in the X-Men comics. It's very, very cool stuff. So space sharks might actually be kind of a more significant spoiler than what Taika first imagined. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is Loki. Again, he wouldn't comment about Loki showing up in the film. Okay? There was some stuff that he was teasing very, very funny about, but then you can tell there's certain things he just can't talk about. When asked about Loki, he basically just said, like, no comment or I can't talk about that. Now, the current rumor behind the scenes is that Loki will be involved in Thor Love and Thunder. He will come out of his Disney Plus show and will show up on Earth, and he might have something to do with the Mjolnir that Jane Foster wields in Love and Thunder. So by Taika saying, I can't comment about that, or I can't talk about Loki being in the show, or the movie rather, I think it lends more credence to this belief that Loki will come from the Disney Plus show and will show up in Thor, Love, and Thunder. And so basically, folks, those to me were the most interesting things that Taika talked about. And that is how I think it actually ties into the wider scope of things that we think about when we think about Thor, Love, and Thunder Phase 4 and how all of these rumors and leaks and shows are all going to tie together. It's very interesting stuff. But I definitely want to know what you guys think about this. So let's get back into the chatting area. And I want to know, Chet, put the music back on. It's like super awkward in here and silent and all that. But let's get into the chat. Yeah, white male Republicans, Will says. Yep, that's exactly right. That is exactly who they're going after. All you can hear is the ree about the Brood taking over only males. Yo, where are the likes at? Ree! Can we get some likes on this video? I mean, are we not doing a good job over here? Chet, are you fucking this up? People refuse to like because of you? I don't like it. It's going to be an early stream today, boys and girls. All right, we're out of here because we can't get enough likes. I guess we're not doing that good of a job. I'm out of here. Just kidding, guys. Just kidding. JK. Anything on Hulk? Well, Mark Ruffalo did join the stream yesterday, and I think they did tease that Hulk could be involved. But I really don't know. That could just be that they're really good friends and they're just funny and they like being on stream together. I know that Tessa Thompson came on and talked a little bit about the film and all of that. And I mean, like, in general, they're just really excited about the scripts and all that. But yeah. Yeah, I don't mind the Brood idea either. I think it could actually work. And I like that that kind of context thing that's going on. You didn't like the Hulk in Ragnarok? I loved Hulk in Ragnarok. Had to lay you off due to COVID. Yeah, I know, right? Chet's lucky, man. Well, we only pay him about $25 a day. So, no big loss, you know. Beta Ray Bill or we riot. Yeah, I really do think that Beta Ray Bill will be in the movie. I do. Friend from work. Yeah, that's funny. That's pretty funny. So, I'm going to tell you guys something else that's really crazy. You know what? Put me on the big screen for this one, chat. This one's pretty wild. While Stormbreaker and I were emailing back and forth yesterday and working on his article, I was doing some research, you know, just typing away, doing my research like this. This is how I do research. And we found some really interesting stuff, man. Stormbreaker was working on an article about some of the casting sheet of the Eternals that were from last year that haven't showed up so far in the movie, and the mystery behind that. Are these characters gone? Are these characters secretly cast? What's going on? One of them is a character named Karen. Okay? And we might have stumbled onto something that's actually pretty wild. One of them is a character named Karen, who some people believe became Ajax in the casting. Other people do not. As we were researching this, Stormbreaker put forward the idea that the Karen character could be Moonstone. Now, here's what's really interesting about all of this. Moonstone, of course, Drax's daughter in Marvel Comics. We just talked about how, according to a very, very reliable Marvel leaker, Drax's daughter, and finding out that his daughter is alive, is going to play a big role in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Okay? What we also discovered yesterday in our research was that originally the Eternals were going to be introduced in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Of course, after the James Gunn situation and now he's doing Suicide Squad and all that, that's not going to happen. But originally, the Eternals themselves were going to be introduced in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And so what I'm saying to you is, I think that Moonstone was going to be introduced in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and then have some kind of a role in Marvel's The Eternals. Now we could see that reversed. And Moonstone could actually be in The Eternals and then be revealed to be Drax's daughter or something like that in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. But it was really weird, like, looking at some of those things. I had no idea. I didn't remember that that's the way they were doing it. I didn't remember that originally Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was supposed to come out and introduce that stuff, and then we were going to go from there. You know what I mean? I did not remember. Moondragon. That's what I said. Moondragon. Yeah, that's what I meant. But Chet, how dare you? Moonstone? Moon who? Moon what? How dare you? Moon Fox. Obviously, it was Moondragon, guys. I was testing you. You know? Obviously just testing you. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to make sure that you guys were, that you guys knew what you were talking about. I mean, like, come on. Clearly I know what I'm talking about. Put down the moon pipe. Amen. I'll put down the moon pipe. But yeah, let's drift into some Q&A, guys. Can we shift into some Q&A? What the hell's going on here? Chet, what's going on here? Why are things being ruined? Okay, let's get over to Q&A. It's Friday, man. You know, made it through another week. A lot of cool stuff on the horizon. Taika Waititi talking about Moonstone. I mean, who's Moonstone anyways? You know what I mean? Like, Jesus, Taika. But yeah, no, we've got a lot of cool stuff to talk about. You know, there was a scoop yesterday by everybody's favorite scoopster out there, and that would be enough with the Venom 2. Enough with the Venom 2. But yeah, there was an interesting thing that Grace Randolph ran yesterday. Did you guys hear about this? Did you hear about this? Did you hear what she said? Venom 3? Grace Randolph says that the Batman is going to be separate from the DCEU. Totally separate thing, just like the Joker. And that there's going to be a different Commissioner Gordon, and therefore Barbara Gordon, in the Batgirl movie that they're still making, which will not be connected to the Batman. Sorry. Whoa. I don't know what just happened. I think I had a little seizure or something thinking about DC. Like, it's not J.K. Simmons either, Trev, apparently. So it's like, what are they doing? Am I still on with Grace Randolph? Yeah, I still am. I know many people do not like Grace Randolph. I have found a lot of the stories she talks about to be confirmed by sources that I talk to. So yes, I still follow Grace Randolph. I still think she's one of the best in the game. Does she get things correct 100% of the time? No. Hang on. I think we're going to get a robot voice in here soon. I think there's a robot thing happening. Chet, where's the robot thing? Where's my sweet ass robot voice? Oh.
Community or Patreon stream idea. You've lost Charlie and Colty do a roundtable discussion on Phase 4/Phase 5 rumors. Select a few fans to come on and ask a question that you all answer individually.
I like that. I'll have to reach out to them and see if they want to do that. The thing is, I don't know if honestly, I know Charlie wouldn't do it. Just because Charlie's like, his work schedule and his workload, man, like, dude, he's just way too busy. But Ty himself might not like that just because some people don't like to be live. Some people don't like to be live, and it's a different vibe. People get. By the way, thanks, James, for the support. I appreciate it, brother. But like, some YouTubers don't like to be live at all. They want everything to be edited. They really feel comfortable with like their cadence and their whatever they do, and they piece it together. And they want nothing to do with being live, because probably they're not just big freaking goofballs like me. You know what I mean? So maybe, or Tay. Is it Tay or Ty? What up, everybody? It's Tay here. I think it's Tay. But yeah, I don't think he likes being live, to be honest with you. So I don't know if he would be down with that, but I will say that's a great idea, and that's a great idea to sort of incorporate with maybe some other creators. You know what I mean? Grace's female Mikey Sutton. I disagree. I do know that I think that she clearly knows how to play the game, and she clearly knows how to report in a way that is protects her, right? but I don't think she's full of crap. You know what? It's so funny. So Flatbush Zombie says, I'm still waiting for that Osborn post-credit scene. That is honestly the thing I am most curious about. As far as like her scoops and everything, that's the one that I am most curious about. Because what happened with that scoop? You know what I mean? What happened with that scoop? Was that an actual post-credit scene that was removed? Because, like, she doesn't strike me as the person to just lie about that. Look, here's the thing. A lot of people out there don't think in logical terms or don't think in terms of probability. Think about this. Let's think about this for a second. Let's think about this. Venom 2. Erickson! Erickson! But I'm happy. Look, I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're commenting and having fun and all that. But like Venom 2, just spamming in Venom 2. Thomas Clark just spamming in Venom 2. The hell. Until she turned into Victoria Alonso. Hey man, she just cares about representation. You know what I mean? You know, and actually Grace has this thing that she says about representation that I do find really funny. 'Cause like, you know, it just is what it is. But she says, if you don't care about representation, it's probably because you already have it. Which is probably true. You know what I mean? You're the king of the goofballs. Thanks, bro. Tay. Anyway, think about this. Let's think about this from a probability perspective. Grace doing what she does, making the scoop the way she did, she would obviously know if that was completely false and she just made it up. She would obviously know there would be a ton of people that would call her out on it, that would debunk it immediately. Right? So what's more probable? Let's think about this. What's more probable? Because she's a very smart person. So what's more probable? That she would have a total lapse in judgment and brain fart, make up a scoop, not realizing that a bajillion people would be able to know that it was false, and she'd never be able to prove that it was real. What's more probable? That she did that then, or that she saw a cut of the film that did have that post-credit scene in it? She said they took it out because the audience didn't like it, even though nobody else saw it. Yeah. But let's think in probabilities. Like, what's more probable? You know what I mean? Yo, Grey Dawn, I need to say something. So you said who in this stream is going to be doing the trivia contest? Look, the guys over on Discord, they're all getting this feeling that you don't like them, Gray, because they were talking in the chat and trying to like get you on their team, and they were like, "Oh, I thought she was on our team, but she's not on our team. She's not commenting on us. Oh, she must hate you." So you might want to look at the Discord. I haven't looked at it very recently, Gray, and maybe you already figured this out with them or whatever. But yeah. That's not the first time she did that, though. If it was, then I would get your point. Well, can you point out another example to me? The only other example of a scoop that I think a lot of people get on her about is the scoop about Kathy Kennedy from like a year and a half ago. Oh, you did fix that? Great. Well, it shows how much I know, huh? Crazed Panda's here, everybody. We got to stop talking about him. Stop talking about Crazed Panda. He's in the chat now, okay? So let's just lay off. We can talk about it later. Where's the music, Chet? What are you doing? Killing me, bro. Oh, and now it's like jacked up. Nobody wants to hear it at that level. Can you do your job? She said Feige stole Civil War from Snyder with the BVS stuff. I'm not aware of that. I know that she talks a lot about how Feige wanted to do Civil War because of BVS, which feels right to me. It runs right in a line with everything I know about it. Shout out to the Den of Nerds. Thanks, man. And Cyclops. What's the Cyclops bit? The problem with the scoop game is things in production can literally change by the end of the day. So putting out something you heard, saw, might be right all the time, but looks false later on. 100% fanjecture. 100%. In fact, the way I judge scoopers, it's really based on two different things, right? On the one hand, how good are their sources? On the other hand, how good is their judgment? Because, like, for instance, when it came to Kessel Run transmissions, when they ran the story about the Rebels sequel, when I talked to my sources, they said, like, hey, look, I've heard of this as well, but I don't know if I would call it a Rebels sequel, and here's why. And by them saying it's a Rebels sequel, they might get in trouble, right? And so those guys are legit as far as sources, but I don't know if they're legit as far as judgment, you know? That's really what it comes down to. Your judgment and your sources, and the combination of that really makes it, really makes your quality as far as a scooper. Uh-oh, yikes. Shout out to Ken for those cool and awesomely nerdy quarantine watch parties. Yes, shout out to Ken Cologne. He's like the best in the game, man. She excused multiple channels. You mean accused, maybe? Accused multiple channels of being biased towards DC because of BVS, to the point where John Campbell had to make a video about. And Christian... Huh? She said not always there, man. I'm not sure what you're saying there, CGM. I'm open to what you're saying. I just, that sentence was a little hard for me to parse out. Jason's in the building, everybody. Shout out to Jason, man, for helping me with stuff behind the scenes, and also for being such a good dungeon master in the Dungeons and Dragons campaign that we are running. Can someone post a Discord link for my man Justin over there, who apparently has pretty strong feelings about Campia? How do the watch parties work? There's a Twitter. So if you're on Twitter, hit us up on Twitter, like send a message. And what will happen is Ken will put you into the group. And I believe what happens is everybody live tweets, but they live tweet in this like sort of group chat, so to speak. And they all just start the movie at the same time and then just talk about the movie as they're watching it. It's a brilliant idea. Ken came up with the idea all on his own. He's handling it all on his own over on Twitter. He's the salt of the earth, that guy. The watch party was crazy last night. That's awesome. That's awesome. What's up, Owen? Welcome to the stream, my man. June, I agree with you. 2022 MCU is going to be lit. Lit. Throwing hella shade at Josh? Huh? I know. I want to join you guys. I will join sometime next week. I will. I'll commit to that. I will commit to joining sometime next week. As I said before, though, it's one of those things where it's like I work on the content and on the brand and everything like sort of like all day, and then I just need to check out. You know, I love you guys, but sometimes I just need to check out. I can't kind of constantly be engaged. But sometime next week, I'll hop on one. Shi'ar Empire and Love and Thunder, that would be dope. That would be awesome, man. That would be awesome. You have to join by the time we get to Civil War. Just pop in. Yeah, I'll pop in. Oh, I'll do one for sure. Which will be better, Eternals or Shang-Chi? That's a tough one. I actually think both movies are going to be freaking amazing. I think Eternals is going to be great. We did the video yesterday breaking down on the main channel. I highly recommend you check that out. Talking about the delays and the production problems, and just it's an interesting conversation. I felt like it was an interesting conversation to have. I think Eternals is going to be brilliant, but Shang-Chi is going to be its own little flavor. MI6 James Bond meets Bloodsport with the crazy alien shape-shifting dragon and the 10 rings. It's going to be dope. It's going to be dope. We need Gladiator. I agree, man. Gladiator and the Shi'ar would be brilliant. Grey Dawn. I am loving the new Clone Wars. I think the sisters were fun and helped build Ahsoka's arc. I really go back and forth on that, Grey Dawn. I got to be honest. I think Trace is so annoying. I think Trace is super annoying. Like somebody asked me, I think earlier in the stream, did you watch the new Clone Wars? I'm like, is Trace in it? Is Trace in this episode? I'm good. I'm just kidding. Of course, I'll watch it. But nah, man. Look, everybody's free to feel however they want to feel about all these different things. I don't want to yuck someone's yum. I don't want to take away the enjoyment. If somebody's enjoying the new season of Clone Wars, I'm glad. Cheers. Cheers to the new season of Clone Wars. But in all seriousness, fuck this season of Clone Wars. Am I right, though? This new season of Clone Wars is trash. Look, again. Here's the thing. Again, I don't want to take anybody's enjoyment away from this thing. If you like the new season of Clone Wars, that's awesome. I want you to have fun with it. I want you to enjoy it. Now, having said that, can I just talk about how I feel? It's okay if you feel the way you feel. Can I talk about how I feel? Well, you know how I feel is that it's a sham. Clone Wars saved. Clone Wars saved. You did it, fans. We're listening to the fans. We like the fans. Woo! Clone Wars is saved, baby. We're giving the fans what they want. 12 episodes, and at least 8 of the episodes are like, what is this? Episodes we already saw in 2015 that you're literally just going to do slight tweaks to finish up the animation, and that's good. Oh, awesome. Awesome. So a third of the episodes are shit we already knew about. We've already seen, and you're just finishing the animation. Awesome. The next 4-issue arc is about Ahsoka living as a normal person with 2 annoying sisters. This convoluted, ridiculous storyline involving the Pikes and 2 annoying-ass sisters. Awesome. Cool. Thanks, but no thanks. And then I will admit we will get a very tight last 4 episodes that are probably really dope. Involving Maul, involving Ahsoka, and all these different things. That's cool. But I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's a sham. I don't think Dave Filoni put a lot of effort into this shit. I don't think anybody at Disney put a lot of effort into this. Clone Wars saved? Nah, bro. That ain't it. This ain't it, Chief. This ain't it. But, again, if you like this show, if you're having fun with the show, if you're glad that it's out, I'm glad. I'm glad. But, yeah, we're basically just they should have just given us the 4 episodes, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm very, 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 very disappointed in this last season of the Clone Wars. But hey, look, we don't have to get down on it. You know what I mean? I'm a little disappointed. I'm a little disappointed. That's what I'll say. Yeah, I feel like this season is total bullshit and that I've been had and I'm not happy with. Yeah, you've been had? Yeah, a little bit. Ooh, that is a tough question. Bryant Lowe says, what's the next MCU movie to make a billion given the current landscape? Well, I mean, we're going to have to see, right? We're going to have to wait and see. It's really hard to say. Thor or Doctor Strange might be a good pick. Most likely Shang-Chi with the China money. That's possible. That's very possible. I don't think it'll be Black Widow. I don't think it'll be Eternals. Maybe Doctor Strange 2 is the one, man. Because Doctor Strange 2 will have a lot going for it, and the world should be sort of back on track by late next year. Hopefully. Yeah, Doctor Strange. A lot of people saying Doctor Strange. The one they put out, X-Men. I mean, X-Men should blow up. You know what I mean? Like, X-Men should be huge. Having fun writing these articles for the Den. Stormbreaker says, thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. And yeah, dude, I'm glad that you're so into these articles. I like where your head's at with these articles. They're very cool. Jessica Chastain's race was supposed to be Skrulls even before Marvel made them change it so they didn't do the Shi'ar. I know, right? God, that movie's such a mess. I watched Dark Phoenix the other day. It's just a big old mess, man. Just a big old mess. Big old mess. The people are ready and waiting for the X-Men and Fantastic Four. Absolutely. Eternals won't make $1 billion, even though it should. Yeah, but look, I think that's a little bit of timing thing. I think Eternals would have made $1 billion had, COVID not happened and all that. I really do. Because I think actually once we start seeing the promotion for that movie, we're going to be like, damn, this looks dope. You know what I mean? I think it's going to look dope. Who should the X-Men's first enemy be when they get together? I mean, it'd be hard to say anybody other than Magneto, right? I think Magneto would be pretty good. Nathaniel Essex or Mr. Sinister could be really cool. Apocalypse. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff. Creighton Smith coming in with the super chat. Thanks for all the interaction today, Josh. You guys keep up the good work. Well, thank you so much. We'll keep it going. How long does this Lost Stars book take to get going? I fell asleep trying to make it through the first hour last night. So if I remember correctly, I believe the first part of the book starts on Jellocan. And it's all about the two young people and the sort of caste system, right? The difference between the people on Jellocan. Have you gotten to the part where Tarkin shows up on Jellocan yet? Basically, Justin, the book really takes off once we sort of there's like a time skipping thing, and then they're both sort of recruited into the Empire. Yeah, so I think that's really where it takes off. And the beauty of Lost Stars is how the story brushes up against a lot of the crazy things you've already seen in Star Wars from a different perspective. Hey, man, it might not be for you. It is sort of a love story. I don't know if I mentioned that, but Lost Stars is sort of a love story. You know what I mean? Josh, can you read my comment from before? Let me scroll up here. I was thinking about this a while I was watching a community stream on the directors. I would like to see in the MCU, I was thinking about Chris Columbus directing Young offender. Wait, what? Young offender? You mean of Young Avengers? I'm not sure what you're. I'm not sure what you're going on with there. Jello can, yeah. Tarkin just showed up. Cool. Cool. Yeah, I think that's really where it starts taking off. The Empire gets involved heavily, and then, we sort of time jump ahead a little bit. Do you think Black Knight will use his lightsaber down the road? For sure. The Ebony Blade, baby. What if they use Thunderbolt Ross in place of William Stryker as the guy behind Weapon X, Weapon Plus? So Ross, Red Hulk, Thunderbolts could be the X-Men villain. That could work. Why are my comments not popping up? I don't know. That one did. Silver Surfer solo movie? Why not? Yes, it does read Mjolnir. I think it reads Mjolnir. It's some kind of like Tor or whatever. Pretty sure a photo from the Venom 2 trailer has been leaked. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. You know what I decided to? Total side note on everything. I'm going to go get McDonald's breakfast after this. I'm doing it. Can I just put a thing out there? And this is not meant to be like a personal attack or whatever, but do you guys think Daisy Ridley is a good actress? I'm really torn on this. I actually don't know if she's a good actress. What do you guys think? Is Daisy Ridley a good actress? I need to know. I need to know how you feel about that. Because I don't think she is. It's like, at first I thought she was. Like, the way she acted in Force Awakens, I thought was actually really great. Like, there's a couple really cool moments with her. But then, like, you really look at what happened even in the second film, she's a little bit more, like, one-notey. And then, especially in Rise of Skywalker, man, like that. I mean, she gives it her all in a lot of different places. Like, she sells out for it. But I'm just not sure if I buy it. I don't see anything about the Venom 2 trailer, by the way. Do you think any of the X-Men stuff will be based on the Jonathan Hickman stuff? Maybe. Probably not, though. A lot of people said no. Some people said she's fine. She's okay. She's decent. Run of the mill. Gray says she thinks that everyone is a good actor. It's just the scripts needed work or help. You thought she was good in Murder on the Orient Express? I have not seen that, so I don't know. Almost got run over just now trying to cross the street to get blunts. Dang, dude. Don't get run over on us, bro. 31 kills between you and someone else in quads last night? Damn. Adam Driver's a phenomenal actor, but like everybody knows that Adam Driver's a phenomenal actor. Look at how much work he's got. Everybody wants to work with that dude. He's clearly on another level. Daisy has not, though. Daisy really hasn't gotten that much work, right? I don't know. Chris Columbus doing Young Avengers because of the experience he had while directing Harry Potter. I like it. I like where your head's at, Anthony. I think that's a good idea. Keanu as Ghost Rider. Is this real, Josh? Nope. Nope. Where's the source? Where's it coming from? I did not watch that movie Black that you recommended. Not yet, Stormbreaker. I haven't had a lot of time, honestly. It's weird. Like, should be the new Coulson on Sword. Hey, I'll take that role. I'll be the new Coulson. Or just make me a crazy S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. You know what I mean? My ability is like knowing all of these crazy things about the heroes. That would be kind of fun. Which is kind of Coulson's thing because he's such a fanboy. It's a picture of Cletus Cassidy in his red car. I mean, I've already seen the set photos or the set video where Cletus is tearing off in that car. It's cool. Captain Pennsylvania. I think that's a little quarantine-induced craziness right there. Gonna ride the Galaxy buck naked as the brown surfer on a flesh-colored surfboard. Yeah, I'll be the person that's playing Galaga. Make him Uncle Ben. That'd be kind of funny. That'd be kind of funny. Bryan Cranston said he wanted to play Sinister. Bryan Cranston Sinister would be sick. He's got chops. Who else would I see him in? I don't know. I would say, Anthony, Johnny Blaze. Johnny Blaze is my Ghost Rider. Go on Cosmic Wonder's latest video and see what you think. I think Cosmic Wonder is really trying to give away that PS4. That's what I think. You got to restart the DCEU fresh. You have a great budget and complete creative control. What are the first 5 movies in the lineup? Nice. DCEU restarting 5 movies. 5 movies. Okay. I really want to end up with a version of Doom where Batman's plans for the Justice League get stolen and then they have to stop Batman's plan for the Justice League. So, maybe you got to start with a Batman. You know what I mean? You do a Superman. You do a Wonder Woman. Then you have that Trinity start to formulate the Justice League. So maybe that's how you do it. Maybe Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman into a 2-parter Justice League movie where the first part is sort of the team being set up and then they get attacked by the Legion of Doom. Yeah, something like that. I would need a little bit more thought to think about it, but yeah, that would be cool. Why was the line "they fly now" in there 4 times? Cringe and important stuff left out. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah. His bomb video, Culty's bomb video, is like 40 minutes. Yeah, it should be coming out today, I think. Oscar Isaac will never work with Disney again. Don't doubt it. I don't doubt that. Trinity's live. All right, let's get a Trinity raid going on here, and then I gotta go get some McDonald's breakfast. You know, I almost think though you start with Justice League. Maybe just they're already established. Do you know what I mean? That'd be kind of cool. Aw, snap. Trinity's talking about Thor, mutants. Should be a good stream. Where's my chat? All right, guys. Here's the link. Get on over to Trinity's stream. Ray-it. Ray-it. Let's get on over to Trinity's stream, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of the Den of Nerds Live's morning streams this week. It's been a good week for us. Very happy to be here and just talking with you guys, hanging out, talking about nerdy stuff. You know, this is awesome. Again, we'll be doing the community chat tomorrow. I need an idea for the community stream for tomorrow and Monday, so please hit me up if you've got that. And we'll be talking to you guys very, very soon, okay? I'll see you over on Trinity's stream. As I always say, hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video. Chet, I will buy you a McGriddle if you have completed the outro video.